Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Israel may have destroyed Iranian centrifuges simply by cutting power. The details of the blackout at Iran's Natanz nuclear facility are scattered but intriguing. The explosion and blackout at the Natanz nuclear facility in Iran over the weekend raised the specter of past sabotage, including the Stuxnet cyber attack that took out some of Natanz centrifuges between 2007 and 2010, as well as an explosion and fire that occurred there last July, destroying about 3/4 of a newly opened plant for the assembly of centrifuges. Government officials and news reports gave conflicting accounts of what caused the latest blasts, the extent of damage, and Iran's capacity to quickly recover. Initial reports said there was no harm to the Natanz facility, but Iranian officials later acknowledged damage to its centrifuges. And while media accounts have suggested saboteurs focused on taking out the facility's electric supply, David Albright, founder and president of the Institute for Science and International Security in Washington, D.C., believes the aim was to destroy centrifuges. Power is easy to restore even when electrical equipment is damaged, allowing enrichment work to quickly resume. But an abrupt blackout that also takes out backup power would have destroyed some centrifuges, Albright says, since they need to be powered down slowly. Failure to do so leads to vibrations that can cause centrifuge rotors and bellows to become damaged and in some cases disintegrate, which is what Albright suspects occurred. Below is a summary of what we currently know and don't know about the incident at Natanz. What happened? On Sunday, news organizations reported an electrical blackout at the Natanz uranium enrichment plant, located in the desert about 155 miles south of Tehran. Natanz is critical to Iran's nuclear program. The heavily secured site is protected by anti-aircraft guns and has two large centrifuge halls buried more than 50 feet underground to protect them from airstrikes. Despite the conflicting reports, it appears the facility's main power distribution equipment, Natanz, has its own grid, was taken out with explosives. Backup emergency electricity also was taken down, and power cut out across the multi-building compound, Behrouz Kamalvandi, spokesperson for Iran's Atomic Energy Organization, told Iran's state-run TV. Iranian officials initially said there were no casualties or damage to facilities. But Kamalvandi later conceded that the small explosion had damaged sectors, which can be quickly repaired. Kamalvandi was speaking from a hospital bed, however, because he had fallen down a 20-foot hole while visiting Natanz after the attack, breaking an ankle and gashing his head. This would suggest that the explosions may have done extensive ground or structural damage. If you like this video, hit the notification button for more news. Thank you for watching.